Right, everybody, welcome to another edition of our Swing Time video calls. We're all in lockdown, but I'm very, very happy to have Chris Hanson on the show. Chris, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good, mate. Great to see you. Obviously, strange circumstances, but obviously technology is keeping everyone in the loop, and it's great to come on and speak to you.
Fantastic. We're trying to do what we can anyway, can't we? And we want to have a bit of a laugh today, Chris. Now, most people probably already know what you do in golf. Obviously, you're a very, very capable player. But that's not it, is it? You do other things as well. So, Chris Hanson, how are you involved in golf?
I've been in golf all my life, and it's just kind of starting to expand. Obviously, played from a young age. Started at 3 years old with my family, all keen golfers, and golf playing has been the majority of my life, really. But it's sort of expanded into a few things. Obviously, the 2020 Pro Tour launched this year, which has been fantastic. Just launched a golf quiz app as well, which is really cool. A little bit of coaching here and there, and a little bit of sort of after dinner speaking, and some speaking with colleges and students, and just sort of spreading the golfing message and how my career progressed through the ranks, and just trying to just a love of the game, really. You know, a lot of people doing things for the game, and I'd like to try and do my little bit as well. And if I can help people on the way, then that's fantastic.
Superb. So let's talk about your career a little bit and the 2020 Pro Tour, because obviously you're still active on the European Tour. Is that right? Challenge Tour, etc. You're still active?
Yeah, I still got a Challenge Tour category this year, which will probably allow me to play maybe 12 events or something. Obviously, we're not too sure what's going on with that, with obviously the virus and events being cancelled and when guys are going to keep playing again. But yeah, I've still got a category this year on the Challenge Tour, and it's just that's kind of up in the air, I guess, for everyone, really. So obviously you see people hitting balls in nets and keeping sharp and things, and I guess it feels to me when I get a date of what's happening, I think I'll probably switch on to it a lot better.
Yes, definitely. So let's talk 2020 Pro Tour as well. Now, you're co-founder of Adam Walker. We've spoken to him already. How do the two marry up? Is it difficult juggling both? I mean, do you have any time to yourself?
It's been a lot busier and taken a lot more time than I probably expected. But I've really enjoyed it. You know, it's a totally different feel to obviously playing. But what's been good about it is I've kind of everything I've enjoyed about playing myself and the experiences I've had playing on the tour, I've really enjoyed trying to get those feelings into the tour for other players to sort of experience them on a mini tour level. So we got the physios involved, we got obviously you guys involved, streaming and live and photographers at events taking in images of players and things, and the interaction you guys get with players and stuff. It's all, I know a lot of these players have played at a high level, but a lot of them haven't as well. So for them to experience that at grassroots pro level, and it's only going to help them long term, and it's just a fantastic experience.
Fantastic. It is a fantastic. I can vouch for that, having been at Crossland Heath obviously for the first event, and I can't wait to get back to it once we're through all this. I really can't. We had such a great time, and feedback has just been sensational. Now Chris, let's talk about you, shall we, a little bit. You've played all over the world. What's your favourite course you've ever played on? It can be UK, it can be worldwide, wherever.
Yeah, a couple probably stand out. Probably UK, probably down at Sunningdale, really traditional golf course, but very old, through the trees. Really nice. Lot of really cool things about that place. And I always tend to say Paris National, where the Ryder Cup was. Played the French Open there quite a few times, and just a really, really true test of golf. Really rewarding. You play well, you can score well, but if you're not on your game, then you've got no chance. I always enjoyed playing in the Middle East. You know, the weather is perfect, conditions are perfect, golf courses are manicured to absolute perfection. Really enjoyed spending a lot of time out there golfing.
Fantastic. Who's been the best playing partner whilst you've been playing on tour? Do you guys? I've always wondered this. Do you guys actually, when you're playing a round of professional golf, do you get on with the other player? Or are you just so zoned in that you kind of just blank each other?
I guess all players are very, very different. You know, I've always really tried to make an effort to get to know the person I've played with, and sort of ask them probably far too many questions sometimes. But I've always tried to learn from them players and just get a little bit of an insight into their life. And you know, I've played with some good players. You know, remember playing with Poulter and probably asking him 10 questions a hole, which probably didn't go down too well with him. But, you just wanted to know what's going on in his head. And, I played at Harrington round Paris National, and he was a great guy to play with, really fun guy and very open. And, these guys have experienced everything in the golfing world, and to get a chance to spend 4 or 5 hours with them and get a few little golden nuggets from them is it's something you don't get to do very often.
No, definitely. So look, Chris, we always like to have a bit of a laugh as well on this, at your expense, not my expense. So you've been, like you say, been involved with golf for a long time. There must have been a couple of times where you've put a bit of a shanker in there or something. What's been the most embarrassing moment out on the course?
I've tied in quite nicely. I remember playing with Harrington actually down the 18th at Paris National. I was in, you probably can't picture the hole, but this is like a bit of an island green, really, really tough finish. And there's another green, maybe 60 yards left of it on another island. And it was the last hole of the tournament, fourth round, and it's a shot I shouldn't have gone for. But I was well out of the tournament, and me and my caddy were like, well, I'll just give it a go. I've hit this ball. It's come out at the most obscure angle, left across the pond. It's gone over this car in the middle of the water and landed on this other green, which was like sick. No one could hit it there. It was just bizarre how I got it there. And I had to walk all the way around the 18th green, around the island, approach this other green where the other players, Chris Wood and another guy, were walking up onto, thinking, how's this guy got this ball on here? And then to have to play from that green to my green and made a bogey, and Harrington dunked it in the water and made double. And it was just quite interesting and actually beat him. So that was pretty cool.
Nice, well, sort of nice way to finish, I suppose. Made you feel a bit better about yourself there.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'll remind you of that next time I see you. Every time I see you, I'm going to bring that up.
Yeah, sure.
What would you say? So, from an embarrassing moment, let's go to a highlight. What's been the best result you've ever had, or the biggest thing you've won? Would you say?
Biggest thing I've won was probably I won the Europe Order of Merit in 2011. I won 3 times that year. Won the Order of Merit, which was pretty good because that kept my dream alive and kept me playing.
Yeah.
And then to get my card at Q School back end of 2015 was a ambition of mine. To keep my card in 2016 was a big achievement. And then performance-wise on the main tour, I think I finished 4th and 5th 2 years in a row in Morocco. But for me to finish 6th in the Desert Classic in Dubai was a really big one.
Yeah.
Probably an event I never expected to really contend in. And all the top players were playing that week from Europe, and I think I shot 7 under last round to finish 6th. And for me, that was huge. Really, that was near me up in the stars. And I think I was maybe hanging on to maybe 2nd or 3rd for quite a long time until the last few groups came in. So yeah, it was a big week for me.
Fantastic. So, look, we know you're a busy man, playing and organising the tour, but you're at home at the minute. We're in lockdown. How are you keeping yourself sort of in shape? What are you doing at home? Are you still doing a bit of practicing? Do you, are you able to get a bit of fitness in, or what are you doing?
Yeah, fitness-wise, I've been doing a bit of running. I've been doing a bit of gym stuff in the garage. Not particularly too much golf stuff at the moment. Homeschooling with three girls. There's 2 of them homeschooling. One of them trying to crawl around the living rooms, keeping us very busy. It's been fantastic to actually, looking at it quite positively. This we're obviously very safe and well at the moment, and trying our best to stay that way. And I've been at home now since November and not travelled. So to spend so much time with the kids and my wife, and especially the youngest one, and I never had that opportunity with the first 2 children. So it's been great to embrace this time and to be at home and enjoy it.
Fantastic. So look, when we do get back playing, Chris, it's going to be quite an exciting time. You're going to get back out on course, of course. Excuse the courses there, and looking to knock a few hole-in-ones in again. I would assume. How many have you had in your career so far?
I've had 6. I was thinking maybe 7, but yeah, I've had 6. I've had a couple of memorable ones. I think I won on tour in Sweden, which was nice. 2nd round helped me make the cut. And I had a really, really lucky one once playing with a friend. First hole at Bury Golf Club. I missed the green by 20 yards. Took 2 bounces off 2 humps, shot sideways 90 degrees and went in. But yeah, I'd 100% guarantee that 5 out of the 6 were good shots. So 6 I think it is.
Yeah, that's 6 more than I've ever had. So,
I think I've had more chances though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But then again, I am like a 20 plus handicapper, so I'm a bit of a chopper. So it would be complete fluke if I ever did it. Right, Chris, I'm going to let you go in a minute. I really appreciate your time today. However, like I said, you've had a real strong career at golf, and it continues, and it's going from strength to strength, especially with the 2020 Pro Tour. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to? Any sponsors who've helped you along the way? Any family, friends, etc., who have really sort of supported you in your career?
Yeah, personally, obviously, I've had a very strong family around me for a long time who have supported my dream, and they've lived that sort of with me, and they made probably more sacrifices than me, really. One of my main sponsors over the last 5 years, good friend David Pitts, he kept me going when I was about to probably pack it in. And then we lived this dream together. He helped me along, got into the Open the first year, and obviously kept my card, and it probably wouldn't have been possible. I had a lot of help from him financially and support, really, not just financial, like mental help and chats and messages and things at the right time. And he really appreciated it and understood the game. So yeah, big shout out to David. Yeah, and then obviously to get the 2020 Pro Tour started, it was a massive support from so many companies. Just from the start, before we even. It was a pipe dream. It was just on paper, and people bought into what we were doing, what me and Adam's philosophy and our ethics in how we wanted to run the tour, and to get companies like established companies, Max Golf Pro Team, Bunker Mentality, these people on board from the start, and for you guys to approach us and want to support the tour and see what we were doing was brilliant. So yeah, it's overwhelmed we were with the support, really. So I've missed a lot of people off there, and it's hard just to say them off the cuff.
I put you on the spot there, but yeah.
I'm still trying to think of them all, but yeah, we must have had 10, 15 companies straight away who, liked what we were doing. So that was really, really, really nice to see.
Fantastic. And let's give the 2020 Pro Tour a bit of a plug. If somebody wants to find out about the tour, they want to get in touch, or they want to play, how do they do that? Where's the best place for them to go?
Yeah, it's obviously straight online, 2020 Pro Tour.co.uk. You type 2020 Pro Tour into most of our social media outlets, and you'll find us and interact with us. It's been great. We've had a lot of players interact and send us comments and feedback. And we actually did a player survey, I think 2 weeks ago, and it was great. A lot of people replied, and it just gave us a little bit of confidence that what we were doing was right. And great to see players, obviously, and a little bit of negative feedback, which is obviously everyone's opinions, and we've taken that on board, and it'll grow the tour into a bigger and better place.
Well, that's important now, isn't it? You do have to, the ability to listen and not be so, well, everything we do is perfect. It shows that you care, and it shows that you're prepared to learn and go from there. All right. Lovely. Chris Hanson, thank you so much for your time. So I'm going to let you go. Like you say, you've got to, it's 11 o'clock or so, isn't it? So you better get back and start homeschooling.
Exactly.
And look, we'll catch up soon.
I'll see. Middle of maths.
Middle of maths. I pulled you out at the right time then.
I'm not good at maths.
Just so long as you can sign your scorecard correctly, that's all you need. Chris Hanson, thank you so much for your time. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the course soon. Lovely.
Thanks, mate. Bye.